My name is Liu Bowen, and as you can see, this page is our group members. There has 5 members in our group, and the student ID are shown in this page. First, let me introduce our report first. The introduction. Walmart Inc. is a worldwide chain enterprise in the United States, mainly involved in the retail industry. It is one of the world's top 500 enterprises. The most important service tenet of Walmart Inc. is to serve customers. Walmart Inc. does its best to make customers feel that shopping in the Walmart Inc. chain stores and Sam's Club stores is a kind and pleasant experience. In order to study the attitude of customers in the community towards Walmart, we conducted some random surveys on the residents in the community. According to demographic survey quality, customers satisfaction, waiting time, and customer loyalty. We use different analysis tools in the analysis process, and we will explain the matters needing attention when using analysis tools. Some advantages and disadvantages of the tool have been, and finally, some strategic action plans are provided according to the survey results. Our survey is about 320 residents of the community in Sichuan province who are surveyed about Walmart supermarket near the community. On the sampling method, we numbered the household door numbers and then randomly selected 78 door numbers, and then each household sent a representative to fill out our questionnaire. Here we used a random sampling approach. Random sampling requires a strict probabilistic principle, where each sampling unit is being drawn with a simple probability and can be reproduced. The random sampling method is simple and convenient, but the disadvantage is that it is more troublesome to face larger samples. In this survey, we selected 78 users to complete our questionnaire with the basic demographic variables as follows. Identification of the sample size is important in the sampling survey because the sample size is too large. It will cause a great waste of human, material, and financial resources. The sample size will make the sampling error is too large, making the investigation results differ greatly from the actual situation and affect the effect of the investigation.
Hello, Professor. My name is Yang Xinyi, and let me introduce the second part of our report. The scores of waiting time, service quality, and customer satisfaction of the 78 respondents in the questionnaire are as follows. From the table above, the 78 respondents' scores on the 4 questionnaires are shown above. The average value of service quality scores was 70.03 points. The standard deviation is 4.714. The scores were distributed between 5 and 23 points. The mean value of the waiting time score was 17.579 points. The standard deviation is 4.145. The scores were distributed between 7 and 23 points. The average value of customer loyalty was 17.1 0.526 points. The standard deviation is 4.031. The scores were distributed between 8 and 22 points. The average value of the user satisfaction scores was 70.667 points. The standard deviation is 3.765. The score range is distributed between 10 and 22 points. To test whether the four continuous variables, waiting time, service quality, customer satisfaction, and customer loyalty, fit the normal distribution, we plotted a Q and Q plot of their distribution, and the results are shown as below. It can be seen that the points on the Q and Q graph of the four variables are approximately near a straight line, but the distribution is not uniform, and it can only be preliminarily judged that they have a small possibility to meet the normal distribution. A further rigorous normality test for them was performed as follows. Okay, Professor, that's all for my presentation. Thank you.
We can see that the reason why they did not fit the normality test is most likely due to the lack of the scores ranging between 10 and 16, which may be related to the selection of our samples. Although our sample does not strictly conform to the normal distribution, the sample size was large enough to ignore that the sample that did not meet the normal distribution upon further testing later. For waiting time, service quality, customer satisfaction, and customer loyalty scores, we sought to analyze whether the different genders differ significantly in the scores for these four dimensions. We used an independent sample t-test to test our hypothesis. The results are as follows. It can be seen that the test for gender difference in these four variables show that the scores of the other three variables were significantly different in gender except for the service qualities. On waiting time, men scored significantly greater than women, t equal minus 2.111. P less than 0.05. Also significantly greater than women in customer loyalty, T equal to minus 2.256. p less than 0.05 and significantly greater than women in users satisfaction, t equal to minus 2.6337, p less than 0.05. 1.4 Wall one-way ANOVA. Regarding the source of waiting times, service qualities, customer satisfaction, and customer loyalty, we sought to analyze whether age respondents had significant difference in the scores of these four dimensions. We apply a one-way ANOVA to test our hypothesis. The results are as follows. The results show that there is no significant difference in the scores of respondents of different ages in the four variables of service quality, waiting time, customer satisfaction, and customer loyalty. P greater than 0.05.
Respected teacher, hello, my name is Lee Junjae, and now I will report the fourth part, multiple regression analysis, in order to better study how to improve customer loyalty. We try to establish a multiple regression model to observe the correlation of variables. We developed a multiple regression model using customer loyalty as the dependent variable, user satisfaction. The quality of service and the waiting time are the independent variables, and we can see that the adjusted square bar is 0. The 875 shows that this linear regression model explains 87.5% of the dependent variable, while the standard value, 87.5%, is greater than 60%. Which shows that this model is a very good regression model, and we can infer from the actual situation that even if there is a regression relationship between customer loyalty and the other three variables, in real life can also be more complex. So we build a mediation model based on the theory to explain their relationship. According to the model, we can find our results, not only verify the service quality and customer satisfaction. The direct relationship between waiting time and customer satisfaction is significantly related. Customer satisfaction and customer loyalty is significantly related. In addition, we can also find that the impact of service quality and waiting time on customer satisfaction is achieved through customer satisfaction, which is a simple intermediary goal.
Hello, Professor. My name is Lee Jie. Let me introduce our group assignment, Part 5, Strategy, Action Plan, and Recommendation. According to our surveys, customer satisfaction and loyalty are very important for the service industry. So Walmart need to pay attention to improving customer satisfaction and loyalty. Below are some suggestions. With the continuous development of economy, customers pay more attention to psychological feeling and whether they can get psychological satisfaction in the process for purchase and consumption. In view of this change trend, supermarkets need to make full use of membership card to collect customer information in time, provide personal and humanized service for customers through the analyze, shooting and milling of customer information, meet customer psychological needs, improve customer satisfaction, and finally realize customer loyalty. To improve the base quality of service personnel. The service results show that customers do not give high evaluation to the service personnel of the supermarket. Therefore, sufficient resources must be invested through skill training, institutionalized management, and the integration of corporate culture to improve the quality of employee. For the staff of the supermarket, no matter what the function is, they must demand themselves with full spring insurance, therefore, and the meticulous service. Limitation. Firstly, the limitation of this study are reflected in the selection of questionnaire, due which we often need to measure the reliability